Hello. Last week I shared a very personal story with you about how I found my voice as a writer of erotica. And I've made a whole list of topics that I want to share with you that are slightly more personal than the typical sex toy reviews that I am sharing on this channel. So I want to get a bit more personal and talk about different things. And if you have any requests, then please let me know and I'll happily oblige. Anyway, last weekend I went out clubbing. It was so much fun. I danced until 4:30 in the morning and I made a TikTok about that soiree and I put it on my YouTube shorts, and someone left a comment saying the caption was sober clubbing, and someone left a comment saying thank you for sharing your sober journey with us, or something like that. And I thought, actually I want to share more about this because it's important to me. And I think it's an important message to spread the message of sobriety and how you can have so much fun without drinking or taking anything. It's so much fun. And anyway, I wanted to share a bit more about my sober journey. I've already talked about it a little bit here. I do have a playlist if you're interested in the topic of sobriety. And for me, I gave up alcohol. It was August. It was 8 years ago. So August 2015. And at the time, I did not know that my last drink was going to be my last drink. And that's kind of a really cool way to do it, actually, because I just wanted to give up alcohol temporarily to lose a little bit of weight, because I had a photo shoot, a magazine photo shoot. And I was going to be on the front cover of the biggest magazine in Spain, not wearing many clothes. Anyway. Tea. There's so many good non-alcoholic drinks out there. Anyway, so I decided to just, give up things like pizza, chocolate, alcohol for a short period of time. And this photo shoot that I had was to announce the launch of a sex toy that I had designed. And in that time, the sex toy prototypes that were being sent to me, I just didn't like them. And I kept sending them back because I didn't want to put my name on something that I didn't think was just like multi-orgasmic. So when I finally got the product I wanted, I did the photo shoot. After it took months and months and months, but over that time I got used to saying I don't drink and not drinking, and having this mental clarity that I just loved. And in parallel to that shoot and that temporary giving up of alcohol, two of my drinking pals had left Barcelona, and they were my perhaps biggest triggers around alcohol. And because they'd left, which at the time I was absolutely gutted about, but it ended up being a really good thing because it meant I had to reassess my social life and reestablish myself in Barcelona again. Because that's the thing, when you live in a city like Barcelona, it's very transient. A lot of friends that you make are not staying, so you kind of recycle friend groups over and over, and even sometimes even if they're staying, you're still recycling. So yes, it's a very transient city, let's say. But on the good side, it meant that I could kind of recreate a life for myself, create new friendships, and create a new healthy daytime social life. And that's exactly what I did. So I went to meetup.com, which is something I use a lot, which is very popular here in Barcelona. It's an app that is for cultural get-togethers or based on similar interests. I think it's a pretty popular all around the world, but in Barcelona especially, a lot of people use it, especially in the expat community. So I started going to more daytime events for freelancers, networking things, and so there was never really any alcohol in the picture, and also some kind of more nature things, spiritual groups, breath work, meditation. So there were always social gatherings that didn't revolve around alcohol, and that was really amazing for a while. And also I kind of lost interest in dancing and commercial music, so I wasn't around the triggers that made me want to drink in the past. Let's say triggers such as just being in a club or in a bar, or even triggers the people. I wasn't with the people who I used to associate getting drunk with, because they'd left Barcelona, so that was good. And it kind of put me in a completely different space. And from the things I've given up in my life, I've really identified this process. For example, at first there's a time of temptation, and after a while the temptation becomes rejection, and then after the rejection it's like absolute disgust and shame. Did I even do that? And that's how I feel about alcohol. It's how I feel about tobacco as well. So this is exactly what happened with tobacco and with alcohol. And I was in some circles or some events from time to time where there was someone really drunk, and I was like, ooh, I could smell the alcohol from them. I could see how they were slurring, they were repeating themselves, and I was thinking, oh my God, that was me not so long ago. I didn't really feel, I wasn't trying to criticize them, but I was acknowledging that used to be me, and I did not like that. So I just kind of created this sensation of rejection appeared in me, and I was like, oh my God, definitely not drinking again. And also I got really into, let's say, spiritual music, spiritual mantra. So I completely disconnected from dance. I do know people who are into things like ecstatic dance or more types of dance that are not, clubbing to commercial music, but I didn't really feel connected with my body. It was quite hard. I mean, the only thing I did to move my body was going to things like step class at the gym, and I was just the worst ever. However, nowadays, now a long time has gone by, and I had my moments of being really into mantras and bhakti yoga, singing yoga, kirtans. I even organised a lot of kirtans. And now I'm back into house music. I absolutely love Purple Disco Machine. If you know Purple Disco Machine, I highly recommend looking it up. It's kind of like new disco. I find it very uplifting, especially when I am doing sport or going to the gym. And people have been complimenting me a lot in the gym on my playlists. And it has this rhythm that I just want to move. And also I've found a few new friends who are into dance as well. And also, so now I'm getting back into environments where it's a nighttime environment. People are drinking, people are drunk, and people are dancing to commercial music. And what's funny is that my experience of it and in perception of it has completely changed. I still feel very solid in my decision not to drink alcohol, and the fact that I can dance without needing to be drunk makes me feel huge strength of character, because I didn't think I didn't think I could do that before. I think I did need a couple of drinks just to get on the dance floor, whereas now I'm just up all night. But I do need to be connected with the music. I'm not going to dance to any old thing. I'm quite selective in that sense, but just going out and moving is just amazing. And also for socializing, something I'd recommend is to drink nice drinks. I mean, for me, what I love is there's a drink in Catalonia called Vichy Catalan. I love it. It's kind of like it's a sparkling water, but with a natural bubble. It's not carbonated. It has a slightly salty taste, which is something I love about it. And having that with ice and lemon in a glass, then people don't even know I'm not drinking. It just looks like gin and tonic or vodka or something like that. And I have another friend who doesn't drink alcohol, and she doesn't even address it. She just doesn't even mention it. And I think I've been quite vocal about not drinking alcohol, but you don't have to be if you want to kind of not have the conversation about why you're not drinking. But I think you need to get to a space where you feel very strong in that decision before you can get back into those environments with other people who are drinking, and that music, and maybe feeling like you need some Dutch courage to speak to someone or to dance, whatever. You have to get to a stage where you're very, very sure of yourself before you can be back in that environment, so that you don't drink again. And also just enjoying those Sundays without any hangovers is amazing, because I don't even remember what that's like now. Because on Saturday night I went to bed when it was about 6 a.m. It was light outside, and I was still a bit tired on Sunday, but I wasn't hungover. I got a lot done, so I don't remember what it's like to just be on the sofa all day feeling sorry for myself and thinking, what did I say? Who did I text? Who is this person? I never really did that, to be honest. But so it's an incredibly liberating experience, especially when I see people around me who are unable to do that. And also in the private members club where I go, we have a thing on a Friday night, which is kind of like an after work. And I can see people are kind of really stressed from the week, and they just want to get that first glass of wine down, the second, and just escape. And I feel blessed that I have created a life for myself based all around authenticity and joy, and just listening to my body and listening to my biorhythms, and having a lot of things to look forward to, that I don't really feel the need to escape. So I don't need alcohol. I just want to speak to people and connect and remember those conversations. So a lot of it's about being secure in yourself and being able to talk to strangers and to dance, and not feeling that you have to give an explanation about why you're not drinking, or even if you do it in a way that doesn't make others feel like that they're doing something really bad. Because I mean, alcohol is different for different people. For me, I don't think it was a good idea, because when I started becoming vegan, which I'm celebrating 5 years of veganism today, I will make another video about that. I did find that my tolerance for alcohol went right down. I mean, after 1 or 2 glasses of wine, I was kind of wasted. Whereas some people can have alcohol and they can have a lot, and they kind of seemingly keep it together. So I think it's different for every person. Some people can have a drink and then just leave it, or just drink at special occasions. Whereas I think I was brought up in an English society where if you drink, you go for it, and that's about it. There's no in between. But in general, I think it's best not to drink, and that peace of mind, not the peace of mind, but that self-assurance of not needing it is priceless. And also I was thinking a lot about how much money you're spending on self-destruction, and it's much better to spend that money on something that's empowering. I don't think alcohol is empowering in any way. Yeah, so tell me about your sober journey and your sober socializing. Do you have any tips to handle peer pressure or anything else that might arise in those situations, or even temptation, etc.? For me, I have gone way past that, and I love saying, no, I don't drink. If someone asks me for a drink, if I want what I want to drink, or offering me a free drink, it's kind of, it's quite cool. Yeah, so I'd love to hear your tips on this topic, and if you have anything else you'd like me to talk about, because I'm really keen to share things about my lifestyle and my philosophy, and I'm happy to share more. So if you have any ideas, any questions, then please write to me at venus@venusohara.org, and I'll be back very soon with some more videos. Thanks for watching.